World of Coal News at 9. A series of meteors have appeared that are heading for the Earth. Scientists did not initially see them as they were not planned to appear, and they say that the objects appeared out of nowhere. We are following this story closely. Stay with us throughout the day as we track these meteors.
A tsunami warning is now in effect for all coastal waters, to include the Pacific Ocean, Atlantic Ocean and the Gulf of Mexico. This includes the Atlantic and Pacific coastlines of the continental United States, the entire state of Hawaii, and the coastlines of Alaska, until further notice. At 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, NASA detected a series of meteors that are expected to impact both the Pacific and Atlantic Ocean. The following information is vital for the protection of life and property. Actions to protect human life and property will vary within tsunami warning areas. If you are in a tsunami warning area, evacuate on land or to higher ground above and beyond designated tsunami hazard zones, or move to an upper floor of a multi-story building depending on your situation. Move out of the water, off the beach, and away from harbors, marinas, breakwaters, bays, and inlets. Be alert to and follow instructions from your local emergency officials, because they may have more detailed or specific information for your location. If you feel a strong earthquake or extended ground rolling, take immediate protective actions such as moving inland and or uphill, preferably by foot. Boat operators, where time and conditions permit, move your boat out to sea to a depth of at least 180 feet. If at sea, avoid entering shallow water, harbor, marinas, bays, and inlets to avoid floating and submerged debris and strong currents. Do not go to the shore to observe the tsunami. Do not return to the coast until local emergency officials indicate it is safe to do so. Impacts will vary at different locations in the warning areas. If you are in a tsunami warning area, a tsunami with damaging waves and powerful currents is possible. Repeated coastal flooding is possible as waves arrive on shore, move inland and drain back into the ocean. Strong and unusual waves, currents and inland flooding can drown or injure people and weaken or destroy structures on land and in water. Water filled with floating or submerged debris that can injure or kill people and weaken or destroy buildings and bridges is possible. Strong and unusual currents and waves in harbors, marinas, bays, and inlets may be especially destructive. Some impacts may continue for many hours to days after arrival of the first wave. The first wave may not be the largest, so later waves may be larger. Each wave may last 5 to 45 minutes as a wave encroaches and recedes. Coasts facing all directions are threatened, because the waves can wrap around islands and headlands and into bays. Strong shaking or rolling of the ground indicates an earthquake has occurred, and a tsunami may be imminent. A rapidly receding or receded shoreline, unusual waves and sounds, and strong currents are signs of a tsunami. The tsunami may appear as water moving rapidly out to sea, a gentle rising tide like flood with no breaking wave, as a series of breaking waves, or a frothy wall of water. We interrupt our programming. This is a national emergency. Important instructions will follow. This is an emergency action notification. All broadcast stations and cable systems shall transmit this emergency action notification message. This station has interrupted its regular programming at the request of the White House to participate in the emergency alert system. During this emergency, most stations will remain on the air providing news and information to the public in assigned areas. This is WCOL. We will continue to serve the world of coal. If you are not in this local area, you should tune to stations providing news and information for your local area. You are listening to the emergency alert system serving the world of coal. Do not use your telephone. The telephone line should be kept open for emergency use. At 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, an invasion has begun in all major coastlines along the Earth. The military has determined that meteors that landed in the ocean were actually crafts carrying hostile extraterrestrials that have begun attacking civilians and taking the Earth's water supply. This is a dangerous and life-threatening situation. All residents within a 30-mile radius of a coastline need to evacuate and land immediately. There is no time to grab anything. Move and land immediately, or you will face certain death. I repeat, you will face certain death. The military is doing all it can to evacuate civilians while fending off this invasion. Follow the guidance of local emergency management officials and military members.